Why is psychological suffering overlooked in personal injury claims? Imagine feeling pain that no one can see or measure, yet it weighs heavily on your life. That's what psychological suffering is like after an accident or injury. It's a common question. Why do these mental injuries often get ignored when settling claims? The truth is, it's mainly because they are harder to prove and put a dollar amount on. And like broken bones or cuts, psychological harm is invisible. It includes feelings like anxiety, depression, or post-traumatic stress disorder, which don't show up on X-rays or medical scans. This makes it tricky for judges and insurers to evaluate how severe or real the suffering is. To prove psychological injuries, claimants usually need evaluations from mental health professionals, detailed records of symptoms, and credible testimony. Without solid proof, insurance companies might doubt the claim or offer less money. There's no standard way to calculate compensation for mental pain. Some use the multiplier method, which applies a factor to economic damages like medical bills or lost wages. Others use the per diem method, assigning a daily value to suffering. Because these methods involve subjective judgment, awards can vary widely. Personal injury law has traditionally focused on physical injuries because they are easier to demonstrate and quantify. If someone has no visible injuries, their psychological harm might be seen as less serious or secondary. This bias can lead to lower settlements or dismissals. Insurance companies often aim to reduce payouts and may challenge claims that relying heavily on subjective symptoms. They might ask for more proof or medical records to justify the claim. When calculating pain and suffering damages, psychological injuries are part of the overall picture. But if the mental suffering isn't well documented or doesn't clearly affect daily life, it might be given less weight. To get fair compensation, claimants should seek thorough mental health evaluations, keep detailed records of their symptoms and treatments, and work with attorneys experienced in these types of claims. These steps help ensure that psychological suffering is recognized and valued properly in the final settlement.